Concept Videosports.com presents Northwest Indiana High School basketball. This evening from Crown Point High School in Crown Point, Indiana, we have a dueling athletic conference showdown when the Crown Point Bulldogs host the Michigan City Wolves. Michigan City High School was established back in 1995 when the school district decided to consolidate Elston and Rogers High Schools. Back in the days, the two city schools had a lot of basketball tradition, with Elston winning a state championship back in 1966. Today, the Michigan City Wolves, under head basketball coach John Boyd in his 8th year, have never had a losing season under his watch. And those familiar with Indiana high school basketball in the region remember John Boyd when he coached the Westside Cougars to a state championship back in 2002. The Wolves, who are ranked 6th in the area, stand at 8-3, and they couldn't wait for tonight's meeting, with a chance for them to meet the talented Crown Point Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, under head man Clint Swan in his 11th year coaching Crown Point, has a stellar 145-96 record as skipper, where he won 3 sectional championships, and those include the last 2 seasons. Coach Swan is also well known in the high school ranks, having coached at Andrain High School, then at Frankfort, before moving back to the region. The Bulldogs are one of the area's top teams this season, ranked number 2 in a few area polls coming into tonight's action, with a 9-1 mark, and whose only loss was to Pike in late December. The Bulldogs hope to take the next step in postseason play next spring, but way before that, they need to take care of the business at hand. Next, high school basketball presented like no other in the region, when the Crown Point Bulldogs host the Michigan City Wolves. New Concept Videosports.com continues to offer all of our sports videos for free download 2 weeks following their postings. Our sponsors make this possible. Located in Maryville, the law office of Roy Dominguez offers compassionate, caring representation in personal injury and criminal defense. If you or someone you love has been injured, you can be sure the law office of Roy Dominguez will help alleviate some of the difficulties you are facing. Attorney Roy Dominguez wishes all Northwest Indiana athletes the best of luck this season. Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops. J&J's Pizza Shack of Northwest Indiana has a variety of dinners and sandwiches on their menu to satisfy any appetite. But for the best pizza in the region, featuring the kitchen sink, it's J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations. Check out their Hobart location and their new dine-in facility, and watch sports videos from New Concept Video Sport.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tim Mullally.
And I'm Dr. Lisa Mullally.
We're the founding members of Indiana Sports and Medical Science Institute out of Crown Point, Indiana.
We offer both family practice services and sports medicine services. If you're in need of a sports medicine physician or just a family doctor, give us a call today. We have same-day appointments. We hope to hear from you.
Oak Partners Wealth and Retirement Planning in Crown Point and Valparaiso. They provide comprehensive investment consulting services with the goal of increasing their clients' wealth and protecting their financial future. Tune into their radio program, Making Finance Personal, every Monday morning at 9 on WJOB. Wolves had possession to open play in this anticipated Dueling Conference clash between two of Northwest Indiana's elite and held the ball for the first minute and a half of this opening period before a shot from the corner was off the mark. Then a second opportunity that was no good. And finally for the Bulldogs, a Sam Krutz rebound. And Crown Point is on the attack for the first time on this cold, wintry evening. At the other end, a shot down low that was no good. A City rebound, and the Wolves will have their second offensive chance. Then at the 5:56 mark of this opening stanza, a missed Wolves attempt, a Crown Point rebound, followed by a nice bounce pass from Dom Tomic to Ken Decker. And the Crown Point Bulldogs have drawn first blood in this one. Next, for the Wolves, a shot from behind the arch that went off the rim. Then a fight for the board that was won by Salih Washington, and he dropped it in, and the score is tied at 2. Next, for the Bulldogs, a drive to the hoop by Tomic, and they're trying to draw the foul with Salih Washington. But the officials call the foul on the Michigan City forward, and the Bulldogs will head to the line for the first time tonight. At the Michigan City end of the court, a one and done, and the Bulldogs are on the attack again. Then after missed opportunities at each end of the court, it was Micaiah Smallwood taking the pass, then driving the baseline, and he laid it in for the Wolves' first lead of the evening. Next for Crown Point, a 15-foot shot that went off the rim, a fight for the rebound, and a foul on Geronde Boyd, his first, and the Bulldogs will retain possession. On the inbound, the ball found the hands of Ken Decker, who knocked down a long tray from the top of the key, and the Bulldogs are back in front. At the other end, it was Boyd trying to get those points back quickly, but his shot went off the rim, and a Michigan City foul on the rebound. Then after all of that, a possession arrow call, and the Bulldogs will have the basketball. Still leading by a pair, it was Sasha Stefanovic from way downtown. And the home team has extended their lead to 5. Then a bump foul on Krutz, his first, and the Wolves will try again. But before the Wolves were able to get into their offense, a 3-second violation, and Crown Point will have the basketball. Next, for Crown Point, a shot from behind the arch that was a bit strong. But there, cleaning it up for the Bulldogs was Sasha Stefanovic, and the home team has extended their lead to 7. For the Wolves, it was Rayshawn Howard with the post-up, and he was fouled before the attempt. And Michigan City will try again, this time from underneath their own goal. But the Wolves capitalized quickly when Keyshawn Lewis let one fly from the top of the key. And nothing but the bottom of the net. And Michigan City is within 4 with a little over a minute left in the first. Then a one and done, a Lewis rebound, and the Wolves are on the run. But the senior guard lost the handle on the ball, and back come the Bulldogs. With 24 seconds left in this initial period, a Michigan City foul on the shot will send Kent Decker to the stripe for 2. Next, a foul on Crown Point with 3.7 seconds to go, and the Wolves will have the final attempt. Following one period of play, the Crown Point Bulldogs lead the Michigan City Wolves by 6. Back in 40 seconds.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tim Mullally.
And I'm Dr. Lisa Mullally.
We're the founding members of Indiana Sports and Medical Science Institute out of Crown Point, Indiana.
We offer both family practice services and sports medicine services. If you're in need of a sports medicine physician or just a family doctor, give us a call today. We have same-day appointments. We hope to hear from you.
Oak Partners Wealth and Retirement Planning in Crown Point and Valparaiso. They provide comprehensive investment consulting services with the goal of increasing their clients' wealth and protecting their financial future. Tune into their radio program, Making Finance Personal, every Monday morning at 9 on WJOB. Trailing by only a couple possessions, the Wolves have the basketball to open play in the second. But a one and done, and the Bulldogs have a chance to extend their lead. For Crown Point, a drive to the hoop by Sasha Stefanovic, but his shot was blocked and the Wolves are on the run. Then at the other end, it was Keyshawn Lewis with the easy deuce, and Michigan City is back within 4. Next for Crown Point, a nice pass in the lane to Vince Smith, and he was quickly fouled by Dominique Jones, and the Bulldog Jr. will head to the charity stripe for a couple. On the next Michigan City possession, a drive, then a wild shot followed by a Dominique Jones second chance opportunity. And he was fouled on the putback by Bulldog sophomore Sam Snodgrass, and he'll head to the line for a couple. With the Wolves adding some three-quarter court pressure, the Bulldogs were able to get it across. But on the defensive side of the ball for City, a Crown Point pass was knocked away and picked up by Dante Combs. But just as quickly, his bounce pass was grabbed by Sasha Stefanovic, who took it to the hooper. He was fouled on the shot. Next time down for the Wolves, a three-point attempt that was off the mark. But on the shot, another Sam Snodgrass foul will send the Michigan City senior to the line for three, and a chance to get the visitors within a deuce. Following a one and done at the Crown Point end of the court, then a Michigan City traveling violation. The Bulldogs will be on offense again, still leading by a pair. Next, a Crown Point turnover and a timeout on the floor. The second quarter of play is brought to you by attorney Roy Dominguez of Maryville and Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso. After the Michigan City turnover, the Bulldogs had possession, and they capitalized when Dom Tomic drove the baseline, then kicked it out to Ken Decker, who nailed the tray, and a 5-point Crown Point lead. On City's next set, they decided to slow it down this time. Then driving the baseline, Dominique Jones stopped, then shot a 5-footer and nailed it over his defender. And the Crown Point lead is down to 3 again. But on the Bulldogs' next possession, a bump foul on the Wolves, their 7th, will send Decker to the line for a 1-and bonus. Then on this next sequence, a Matt Westman drive to the basket and shot that was no good. Then a Westman rebound. But there stealing the ball from the Michigan City senior was Dom Tomich, and he took it coast to coast and was fouled on the shot. Michigan City's next opportunity, a textbook steal by the Bulldogs, and they're on offense again. But the home team gave it right back with a turnover of their own. Finally, after a flurry of turnovers, the Wolves will try again, trailing by 6 with 3:05 remaining in the half. With each team having numerous opportunities and sloppy play at each end of the court, Crown Point's Ken Decker was left all alone behind the arch and nailed it. And our first field goal in a while. For Crown Point, a three-point attempt that was off the mark. A rebound and putback that was no good. And a third offensive chance when Sasha Stefanovic grabbed the rebound and was fouled with a .3 left in the half. For the Wolves, a strong move to the basket by sophomore Rayshon Howard, and he'll have a chance to get Michigan City a bit closer. Then a Crown Point drive to the basket. And a nice block by Dante Combs. And the Bulldogs will have the ball out with seconds remaining. That will end the first half of play with the Bulldogs leading the Wolves by 11. Back in 40 seconds. Located in Maryville, the law office of Roy Dominguez offers compassionate, caring representation in personal injury and criminal defense. If you or someone you love has been injured, you can be sure the law office of Roy Dominguez will help alleviate some of the difficulties you are facing. Attorney Roy Dominguez wishes all Northwest Indiana athletes the best of luck this season. Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops. The third period began with the Bulldogs on offense, and right off the bat, the Wolves decided to force the issue with a double team on Stefanovic. Then two more defenders rushed Matt Hanlon, leaving Ken Decker all alone underneath. But on a nice play, Dante Combs recovered quickly and blocked the attempt, and Crown Point will have to try again. This time for the Bulldogs, Dominic Tomic letting one fly from downtown that was no good. And a Solly Washington rebound. A nice defensive sequence for the visitors to begin the third. For the Wolves, a drive down the middle of the lane by Geronde Boyd, who was fouled by Matt Hanlon. And a chance to chip into this Bulldog lead. On the inbound, the Wolves decided to step up the defensive pressure, but the Bulldogs were able to get it over once again. But at the other end, a drive to the bucket by Ken Decker. But holding his ground was Michigan City's Solly Washington, inducing a charge, and the visitors will have the basketball. Next for City, a pass down low to Micaiah Smallwood, whose first shot was blocked, but he was able to grab the rebound and put it back up for the basket and one. On this next sequence, a one and done. A Wolves rebound and Michigan City is on the attack again. Then a pass to Dante Combs, who was behind the arch, and the visitors are inching closer. Following a nice defensive set by the Wolves, it was Matthew Westman locking in on a tray from the right side and splashing it in. And all of a sudden, folks, we have a one-point game and a Clint Swan timeout. The third quarter of play and your free download of tonight's game is made possible by J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations. Another Wolves stop. Then at the other end, a Crown Point foul. And Sally Washington will be at the line and a chance to tie or take the lead in this one. On the Crown Point possession, a one and done, and the Michigan City Wolves have a chance to take their first lead since the opening period. And they did just that when Sally Washington took the ball into the paint and dropped in a hook shot over his defender. And that 11-point Bulldog halftime lead has turned to a 2-point Michigan City lead at the blink of an eye. Next for Crown Point, a possession arrow call, and Michigan City has a chance to increase their lead. And nothing is going right for the home team this quarter. Again, following uneventful trips up and down the court by each team, a rebound and a Crown Point foul on the shot, and Sally Washington will head back to the line for a couple more. With the Wolves in a zone again, the Bulldogs work the ball around the perimeter. Then with 1:43 left in the period, Sasha Stefanovic nailed a long tray to stop the bleeding, cutting the Michigan City lead to a single digit while tallying the Bulldogs' first points of the second half. Next, for the Wolves, it was Geronde Boyd finding an opening, then laying up a tough left-handed shot that went in, extending the Michigan City lead to 3. On the Bulldogs' next set, a traveling violation, and the home team looks real sluggish with little energy since the second half began. Back for the Wolves and from the left baseline, it was Keyshawn Lewis with a 10-foot jumper that looked effortless. Before the Bulldogs could get into their next set, an offensive foul was called on Ken Decker, giving the Wolves a chance to extend their lead before the end of the third. Then with seconds left in the period, Geronde Boyd beat his defender off the dribble and following a nice crossover drove the paint and laid it in for a basket and one. That's the end of the third period of play, and a nightmarish quarter it was for the Crown Point Bulldogs, their worst of the year, and I'm sure they're glad it's over, trailing the Michigan City Wolves by 8. Back in 20 seconds. J&J's Pizza Shack of Northwest Indiana has a variety of dinners and sandwiches on their menu to satisfy any appetite. But for the best pizza in the region, featuring the kitchen sink, it's J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations. Check out their Hobart location and their new dine-in facility, and watch sports videos from New Concept Video Sport. Trailing by 8, the Bulldogs have the ball to open fourth quarter action, and they wasted little time getting on the board when Sasha Stefanovic took the pass and drove to the basket, sinking a tough shot over 2 defenders, cutting the lead to 6. Next, a defensive stop by Crown Point, and the offense will go to work again. At the Bulldogs' end of the court, another turnover, and the Wolves have a chance to get the lead to 8 again. Next for Michigan City, a couple passes, then a head fake by Micaiah Smallwood, drawing a foul on the defender, and he'll head to the charity stripe for 2. Following a couple missed free throws the last time down, then a one and done for the Bulldogs. Michigan City had the basketball, and this time giving themselves a second chance opportunity. It was Matt Westman nailing a tray from behind the arch. And now the visitors lead this highly touted Crown Point Bulldog team by 9. Then with some heavy backcourt pressure, Dom Tomic found Vince Smith all alone underneath the basket, and he laid it in easily. But the Wolves got those points back quickly the next time down, when Dante Combs took the pass, then knocked down a silencer from about 15 feet out. Next for Crown Point, a one and done, and Michigan City has the basketball with a little less than 5.5 minutes left in the game, and the visitors already in the double bonus. Then a near steal, but the ball rolled out of bounds and will belong to Michigan City. Then a missed easy layup by the Wolves, and the Bulldogs have possession and facing another backcourt double team. But once again, the Bulldog guard fired a pass to the basket where Sam Krutz was driving the lane and was given the ball, and he was able to lay it in, cutting into that lead. For the Wolves, a foul on Crown Point in the front court, and Michigan City will head to the line from here on out, and they're also in the double bonus. Shooting two for the visitors will be Dominique Jones. Next for the Bulldogs, and with City in a zone, a couple nice passes, but a missed easy Crown Point shot from up close, and the Wolves have another opportunity. On Michigan City's next offensive chance, the ball found the hands of Matt Westman all alone in the corner, and he quietly splashed it in. And now the lead is at 11, and time surely becoming a factor at this point of the contest. The Bulldogs were able to get two of those points back on their next possession when Sasha Stefanovic drove to the basket, then dished off to Vince Smith, who laid it in. For the Wolves, a Geronde Boyd drive to the hoop, a missed shot, and a Crown Point rebound, and a chance for the home team to get a bit closer. At the other end, a Sasha Stefanovic three-point attempt that was off the mark. But on the shot, a Michigan City foul on Boyd will give the Crown Point senior 3 shots from the stripe. And more importantly, the clock is stopped. Next time down for the Wolves, it was Dante Combs left all alone at the baseline, and he knocked in the 16-footer, and the lead is at 9, and things are beginning to look bleak for the Bulldogs. Then a bump foul on Michigan City, their 5th, and Crown Point will have the ball out from the side. Next, a one and done for Crown Point, a Boyd rebound, and the Wolves have another opportunity. Then a Crown Point trip ball, and Jones will head to the line for a double bonus. At the Crown Point end, it was Dom Tomic finding the hole, then taking it to the hoop for the basket and one. For the Wolves on their next set, it wasn't textbook, but they scored the points regardless when Keyshawn Lewis took the pass, then laid it in, and that should just about seal the deal for the visiting Michigan City Wolves. But on the return trip, it was Dominic Tomic with a turnaround jumper and the basket for Crown Point. Then on the inbound, a Stefanovic steal and basket, and the Never Say Die Bulldogs are fighting till the end. Then a foul will send Jones to the line for two more. A Bulldog shot, a Wolves rebound, and another Crown Point foul. For the Bulldogs, a couple desperation attempts, then finally a Ken Decker three, but too little too late for the Crown Point Bulldogs. With 1.6 seconds left in the contest, a long Wolves inbound that was picked off by Ken Decker, and he let one fly from center court that went in, and the Michigan City Wolves escaped with a one-possession victory. It was a tale of two halves here tonight in Crown Point, where the Bulldogs handled these Wolves in the first two periods, and Michigan City dominated the final two quarters. But it was what we expected coming into tonight's action, with two well-coached programs in Kurt Swan's Bulldogs and John Boyd's Wolves. We would like to thank Crown Point High School and Athletic Director Bill Gorilla for their hospitality tonight, and we're looking forward to our next visit. For New Concept, Videosports.com, this is Bob Guerrero.